I'm Jacob Robert Perry, and I'm here joined with
Deakin Borden.
And thank you so much for having this interview, man.
Anytime.
So obviously, you're known for being kind of the esports director at this time, and just tell us a little bit about what you do in esports.
Oh, that's a really loaded question, I guess. Most people would probably assume, he games, have some fun with it, make sure the room's clean, which is a big part of what I do. But I'm more behind the scenes. I like to make sure that everything's going to run smooth, depending on whatever game we play, really.
Okay.
I'll have consistent communication with our sponsors, our staff members, and I'm working on some projects to better the overall student experience in esports, even if it's more work on me, but
All right. So just this recently, you actually put together a Super Smash Bros. Tournament here at the school, correct?
Of course, I did put together a really fun Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament, and we had 20-ish schools show up. It was about, in total, we had, I think, 150 people, not counting, us.
Yeah.
But it was stressful for our first year doing this, but I think that every year onward, it's going to be much easier for esports to put this together and put it on for you guys.
So what exactly made you decide, you know what, let's throw a tournament at this school?
I guess I'm going to do two different answers here. My answer would be I was bored. But the second answer, I guess, is that esports goes to two different Smash tournaments each year with one at Manchester University and one at Kankakee Valley. And we decided, it seems like it'd be fun to do. So we just threw ours in the middle of their scheduling. And it sort of allowed us to play off of the success of Manchester's tournament and then also get people involved for Kankakee's tournament, which happens after ours.
So what are your overall thoughts about how the tournament, just how it went, really?
There was a few issues, and some of those we could control because that was on our part. Some of them were not on our part. That was some other school, slight issues that happened, but it's nothing really major. Overall, we did amazing for our first year. We had a great turnout. We had great staff members here with our esports team that really put together an amazing day for the players, for us, parents, friends, family, and more.
All right. So what would you do to, say, get some of our students involved in the esports program?
I think something that people overlook is that it's not just you come and play games, but it's more communication. Over the years, I've really learned a lot about each and every member that's joined esports, and we all sort of just personally connect, and we kind of just have fun. We have multiple different events that's not just, play this game competitively, try and win. We have some other games that we don't do competitively. We just throw in, have some fun with it. Sometimes we like to offer pizza, just, people like food. It's typical. And we put together just a lot of things that'll be more fun and just random.
So obviously you guys do have a competitive scene for esports. Tell us a little bit about that. What are your competitive games that we do other than Super Smash Bros? Because you mentioned that we go to 2 tournaments a year.
No, we actually don't run that. We just do it for no. We run that. We run that. The games that we play competitively this year, at least, are Overwatch 2, Fortnite, and Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. We tried to do Rocket League, but there wasn't a big enough turnout this year. We're hoping better next year, but I won't see.
That's true.
And we want to expand on that. We're working with some outsider sources to get more funding, and we're hoping to garner other games. A few popular suggestions that we've heard is, and I do say popular before you say this, is League of Legends is one.
Oh boy.
Air fresheners, that's a good one that we need.
Yeah.
It's not a game, but it's something we need. And Mario Kart, Pokemon Unite are the 2 main Switch games that we are really looking into. Well, I guess Splatoon 3, but nobody cares. And
sorry, Anthony.
Computer-wise, we wanted to do Valorant, but it's a school.
Yeah.
So little problems there. We're reaching out into Apex Legends soon, and hopefully, we've had some talk about TF2, but the competitive scene for that's a little low.
Yeah. All right. Going back to the tournament, what do you think could have been improved from the tournament?
Well, it is the first year we've held this, so there is a lot to be improved.
Absolutely.
And it's first year. You don't expect it to be perfect. We definitely need to train the staff better because they were just kind of thrown in, but it was all due to timing based. My fault. But I think that we can definitely improve in more than just training, but we can improve in, I guess, overall attitude because people were kind of confused about this tournament as we haven't done one before, and they didn't know what work was going to be involved. And for those that never went to a tournament, like our Fortnite and Overwatch teams and our Singular Rocket League guy, they had no clue what was going to be like, what was going to happen that day.
You mentioned training the staff, and obviously since you won't be here next year, how do you think we can prep our staff to train for a tournament without obviously the main person who we would rely on training?
Well, so about that, I already got asked by most of my bosses, being the teachers involved, and then a few of my student leadership partners, to come back next year and help you guys with planning. Not to the extent I did this year because I like my sleep, I value it. And I think that something that we can train them on is me and one of our beloved staff members, Mr. Dick, are going to be making this really long Google document about how to do everything I've done to set up this tournament, as well as reach out to like a contact list, some funding aspects we could do, and stuff that we can improve upon for next year.
How do you think the tournament will be without you, without you as manager next year, really?
I have high hopes for whoever takes my spot as esports student manager next year. And I think that the way we have it set up is that instead of one manager, we'll technically have three, not counting the teachers as well, who are going to be a much bigger help next year, hopefully. And we plan to, I say we, but they plan to spread out that workload because that's definitely something no one person should be able to do on their own. And the fact that we want it to be better, we want to introduce a new game to the fray during the tournament, not just in general. That's going to be a lot more equipment, a lot more staff that we need, a lot more funding. More than me, that's for sure, because I'm putting a diamond at most next year. But I think that overall there's a lot that they want to do next year, and I love all the ideas, and I think that whoever takes my spot can definitely do that.
All right. And last question, this is going to be a kind of general question. What was the best part of the tournament for you?
The best part about the tournament, in my opinion, was all of the smiles, all of the laughs, all of the joy that was held. There were some slight times where people got a little bit sad or angry, but overall, all I saw was a lot of happy faces, whether they lost or won. They were handshaking, high-fiving, running laps around the library, and a lot more that really just lets me continue to do what I do with the drive that I have, is seeing all of the happiness that other people get from seeing this.
All right. Thank you so much for the interview, man.
Am I not answering the second one?
Oh, well,
I mean, I can do that. It's up to you, man.
I considered that to be also kind of the answer. Because, I mean, you do like seeing...
I do like to see... I do like to see people happy in general over esports, but I think the best part over the last whatever it's been in esports for me has been tough to find. I think the best part has been the system that's been put in place. I love seeing the kids have fun. But in order for them to do that, there needs to be a good system, and this system will let the future generations of esports athletes at Anderson High School grow and become better individuals while also having a safe place to go if they need it.
All right. And for real this time.
For real this time.
Thank you so much for the interview, man.
Anytime, man.